Wadi Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, the Wadi Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, the Wadi Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, the Wadi Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. You're done, devil. You always doing dumb shit. You know what I'm saying? Now, Nepal, you want to go over there and help Nepal out because you want that resource to keep your data centers going. You know what I'm saying? Whenever you have some type of resource, this whore that rides the beast wants to take it, wants to benefit and be comfortable by taking it and destroying you in the process. You know what I'm saying? So we'll be at Jeremiah 51, because the spoiler is come upon her, even upon Babylon, and her mighty men are taken. Every one of their bows is broken. The Lord power of recompense shall surely requite her. Payback time on you, devil. 58. Jeremiah 51:58. Thus said the Lord of hosts, the broad walls of Babylon shall be utterly broken, and her high gates shall be burnt with fire, and the people shall labor in vain, and the folk in the fire, and they shall be weary. And the folk in the fire, and they shall be weary. You're done, devil. Every time you want to help somebody, it's because they got resources. Like a female, always want to make her punk ass, you know what I'm saying, comfortable, sit back and relax like a Cadillac, the whole nine, to benefit her. And you are the whore that rides the beast, devil. 55, Jeremiah 55, 51 and 55. Because the Lord has spoiled Babylon and destroyed out of her the great voice, when her waves do roar like great waters, a noise of their voice is uttered. When her waves do roar like great waters, a noise of their voice is uttered. A sound of a cry coming from Babylon, and great destruction from the land of the Chaldeans. That's right. Though Babylon should mount up to heaven, and she should fortify. What? And she should fortify the height of her strength. Yet from me shall spoilers come unto her. Yet from me, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, shall spoilers come unto her. What? Yet from me, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, shall spoilers come unto her, saith the Lord. Goddamn bitch. Wherefore, behold, the days come, saith the Lord, that I will do judgment upon her graven images, and through all her land the wounded shall groan. That's right. We are confounded because we have heard reproach. Shame have covered our faces, for strangers are come into the sanctuaries of the Lord's house. That's right. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to get it on video real quick, because I fucked up the first video. We're going to get this one right. You know what I'm saying? Let's do this.
That happened in Nepal, China today with that massive flash flood that pretty much took out an entire village and then some. Well, I was having a conversation with one of my homegirls today about, what happened today, asking her had she seen, the videos, and she said, of course. And before I even get any deeper, this is going to be a long video, but I need y'all to stick with me. Please stick with me on this video because I'm about to connect some dots for us with what happened today in Nepal and how it correlates with the United States. So we're just having a conversation about what happened, and I was like, where did all that water come from? Like, are they near like an ocean or something that would bring upon that much water? And so of course I jump on my computer here and I'm asking chat, what major body of water is near Nepal that would have caused or would have attributed to that flash flood with so much water? Chat comes back and says there is no major body of water like an ocean, but there are two rivers that flow into that area, and there was some type of obstruction caused by what is said to be an earthquake that caused either a massive rock or boulder or a iceberg or something to basically obstruct the path that both of those rivers intersect in terms of water, and it caused for the water to backfill responds back, yes, the United States continues to actively help Nepal through immediate disaster relief, long-term economic aid, and strategic partnerships. And then it goes on to say that following the catastrophe that happened today, August 26, 2026, U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio announced that the U.S. State Department stands fully ready to deploy emergency humanitarian assistance to Nepal. I'm like, oh, that was fast. That was a fast response because we've had several natural disasters in the United States alone under this current administration, and it has taken days for the United States to step in to say that they're going to be supporting and helping to resolve and assist any people that have been displaced by the floods that hit the Carolinas a few years ago, and some other natural disasters that have occurred when we've gotten very slow communication from the United States and FEMA as to how they're going to step in to assist these people. So I'm like, well, that is interesting. So then I go on to ask, okay, well, since the United States is quickly stepping in, what else has the United States done for Nepal? It goes on to say the U.S. remains one of Nepal's largest bilateral donors. For context, the U.S. government obligated over $212 million in foreign aid to Nepal in the fiscal year of 2024 alone. Really? Now, for what reason would the United States would be giving Nepal $212 million in 2024 alone? We don't even know what the number is for 2025, and we're still currently in 2026, so we don't know that number yet either. But just $212 million alone, just 2 years back, to me that's a red flag. Like, what's going on? So let me continue to ask Chat some other questions. I then asked Chat, well, what natural resource does Nepal have that would be beneficial to the United States of America? Chat goes on to say that Nepal's primary natural resource is something called hydropower. So I'm like, well, what the hell is hydropower? It goes on to say hydropower is something called hydroelectric and clean energy. It says Nepal has an estimated 40,000 to 80,000 megawatts of viable hydroelectric potential. Through initiatives like the Millennium Challenge Corporation Compact, the U.S. invests heavily in Nepal's electrical transmission infrastructure to support regional green energy stability. I'm like, this sounded real familiar. Does this have any Chat? Does this have anything to do with data center energy consumption? Chat says yes, it does. Hydroelectric power is that will run a data center for little to nothing for the United States of America and any tech company or any other type of business that needs a data center. Again, I'm not no conspiracy theorist, but the data is speaking for itself. We really need to ask, what happened in Nepal today? What happened in Nepal today? Was it really an earthquake? Y'all drop in the comments and tell me your thoughts on this information. Let's talk about it.
Yep.
Today, what happened?
After long face heavy head brought it down, because you know Eve always in the brain somewhere, always amazed and whatever, you know. But yeah, that's what they do. And all this was a psyop. That heart machine, all that broke that damn ice glacier down, that ice down, to fall down the hill, okay? Because they will do anything to steal your resources. This is what the devil does. They'll say a fucking coward, a red male coward. Because all this shit is happening because of this red male fucking coward. You dig? This Edomite, this pale male himself. And the Lord tells you this is the whore that rides the beast. So you're done, devil. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's catching on to your BS, even heavy head right here, long face, heavy head, you know. And everything's coming to an end, devil. Get ready, because your time is up. You think you're going to win? You're not winning. You're not going to win. So get it out your big empty skull, you animal.